Well, we've learned that the Texans are pretty good. We've already known that, right? Deshaun Watson is a beast. But, it's hard to compare the teams from that last game. The Chiefs were without offensive lineman Andrew Wiley, Eric Fisher, wide receiver Sammy Watkins. He didn't play. Tyreek Hill was limited coming back from his collarbone injury. Patrick Mahomes still hobbled because of the ankle. On the defensive side, defensive end Chris Jones, Anthony Hitchens did not play. Now, the Chiefs defense certainly much better than it is right now. We learned, obviously, that the legs of Deshaun Watson are good. We saw that last week against Buffalo, right? His escapability is on point, kind of like kids getting out of their chores. He knows exactly how to do that. So that's going to be a big key for the Chiefs when he gets out in space to make sure he is tackled and not get loose and get those big gains.
Yeah, how much are you looking forward to seeing a healthy Patrick Mahomes against a healthy Deshaun Watson? What a great quarterback matchup.
Yeah, this is the best quarterback matchup of the weekend. Obviously, these two guys come in with a lot of credentials. We know what Deshaun Watson did at Clemson. We know he won a national championship. We know he has all the tools to be a great quarterback. And on the other hand, Patrick Mahomes, he's just unbelievable what he's been done in his basically 2-year career in the NFL. So this is going to be great to see a full Patrick Mahomes with his full arsenal of offense. He didn't have that the last time they played. So this is going to be a great game. I believe we're going to have a high-scoring game, and we're going to have some of those, oh, my gosh, highlight Superman moments coming in this game.
Yeah. All right, Rob, the Chiefs consistently get into the playoffs under Andy Reid, but playoff success hasn't followed at the level he's had in the regular season. They've won a couple playoff games, but they haven't made that big run, either here or really in previous stops for him. How much pressure is on Andy Reid to win a Super Bowl or at least make a deep run here?
I think there's a lot of pressure on Coach Reid coming in because if you look at his resume, winning a Super Bowl is the only thing he hasn't done. He's obviously been there with the Philadelphia Eagles, and we all in the kingdom thought he was going to get there last year. Other than that offsides penalty, the Chiefs would have been in the Super Bowl last year. But I do believe there is a lot of pressure on him to get into the Super Bowl, and that's the one thing leaning from his resume. He has all the accolades other than a Super Bowl ring, and you got to believe that this year is probably one of his best chances. We know Tom Brady is out, but then that guy in Baltimore is pretty good as well.
You brought up that defense, the Chiefs' defense seemed like a weak link early in the season. Are they good enough now at this point to make a run? Have they improved enough?
I believe so. I believe the Chiefs defense is so much better than they were at the beginning of the season. And defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo told us all along it would take 8, maybe 10 weeks for these guys to be a cohesive unit. And under the leadership of Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, they certainly have. They've moved all the way up to 8th in the league in defense. If you would have told us that beginning of the year, we would have thought you were crazy, but they have, and they've gotten a lot of pressure on opposing quarterbacks. The front line is a lot better now. Chris Jones is there. Frank Clark is healthy. The addition of Terrell Suggs are getting a lot of pressure on the quarterbacks, and that means the guys in the secondary don't have to cover for 4 or 5 seconds. They only have to cover for 2 or 3 seconds. So the front line is getting it done. The linebackers are holding their own, and the Honey Badger, he calls himself the kingdom landlord, and he's certainly been collecting rent over the last couple of weeks. This defense can hold the team down when it counts. We've seen them do it. That just might be the key for them making it to Miami.